MD Prepper here, talking about why I like the 300 Blackout cartridge. 300 Blackout is probably the best rifle caliber for an AR platform other than a 5.56. If you're going to own another upper, I would say own a 300 Blackout. A lot of things going for it. This is my kind of around the property varmint rifle now. Everybody talks about the range of the 5.56, you know, 400, 500, 600 meters, yards, what have you, or farther. You say, well, 300 Blackout's only really good within 200 yards. Yeah, right, and that's probably what I'll need it for. Most shots on wild game happen within 200 yards easily here in the southeast. A shot beyond that around where we live is impractical, if not impossible, to get. Too much underbrush and woods and hills and everything else. You're just not going to have the opportunity for a self-defense cartridge. Again, do I need something beyond 200 yards? If something's 200 yards away, it's probably not a threat. You're probably not going to be able to see me anyway. So 5.56 rounds, been around, there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously I still shoot 5.56, but that little 55 grain or 62 grain bullet can't compare to the 147 grain. You say, why not just shoot an AK? Well, I like AKs, as you know if you watch my channel, but I don't have the interchangeability of parts with a just standard AK that I have with the AR platform, even with all the new different stocks and rails and things like that. ARs are meant to be modular, so swapping out my equipment, my EOTech, etc., very easy, simple to do. Not quite as powerful as the 7.62x39, but it's darn close. Brass is reloadable. It can be converted from normal 5.56 brass to 300 Blackout easily. Cost-wise, if you're a reloader, it's a no-brainer to reload if you already load 5.56. Now, people will make the argument that 300 Blackout ammo is expensive. Well, not if you look around. If you go from to the right dealers, buy a lot of my ammo from Ozark Ordnance, and they have a lot of 300 Blackout loads, including hollow points and other things for game. Just standard 147 grain hollow point, full metal jacket. You see here, standard target ammo. 500 round box of that loose is $215 or $8.60 a box. So that is well within the same price range as your 5.56 and 223 rounds. They're brass cased. Obviously, you get your target loads and you got hunting loads that get more expensive, but you know that's standard with any kind of ammunition. So cost of the ammo isn't that bad. As far as parts for your standard AR, everything, I do mean everything, is interchangeable except for the barrel. The barrel is the only thing that's really different. You do have to modify PMags and some other magazines to get your 300 Blackout rounds to work effectively, but standard GI mags work fine. It's going to make sure be safe because you can chamber a 300 Blackout in a 5.56 rifle. So I'll do another video on staying safe with 300 Blackout. Got a few pointers and a few things I do. The first one that I do, it's most obvious, is magazines. I choose a specific magazine to use with my 300 Blackouts. I use these MSAR magazines that are actually marked and labeled. Hopefully the camera will show that for the 300 Blackout. So most magazines aren't specific. These are. I have had some problems with the smoke color, the clear ones with this, but they're not marked 7.62x35 or 300 Blackout. So I don't know if that was an older production run or these things were different. They've improved them. These black ones, I've got some flat dark earth or tan coyote ones, work fine. And so all I shoot 300 Blackout is this magazine, or of course the 40s. Just to keep it simple. There's no way of swapping them up. I don't shoot PMags in this. I don't shoot GI mags, just the MSAR mags, and I stocked up on those when they were cheap since the company's just gone out of business. So I would recommend a dedicated magazine. I've got a failed zero bolt in here. Does great. Of course, got my EOTech. This is primarily for hogs because the biggest threat for me where I live is probably not going to be two-legged varmints. It's going to be hogs. That's the biggest problem up close and personal, and within 200 yards, this 30 caliber bullet's more than enough. I can hunt deer with it. South Carolina does not allow you to hunt deer with a 223 or 5.56 weapon, but 30 caliber is all good. So just a lot more options for me. I think it's a better round for the homestead and what I need to do. Of course, I've still got 5.56. I'm not giving up on it by any means, but 300 Blackout's very easy to get into, very affordable. You can get some very nice options from Radical Firearms and CBC Industries or Charleston Barrel Company for under $300 for the upper. And all your other parts swap out. Just drop your bolt carrier in and rock and roll. You're good to go. One other thing I would recommend if you get in a blackout, go ahead and change your charging handle out to one that says 300 blackout, just in case. You can get dust covers, but I don't tend to look at my dust cover. My dust cover is oftentimes open. If it is closed, it's not the thing I tend to look at. So if you want to change out your dust cover, say 300 blackout, I would say it's probably better to have it on this side or both. But the charging handle is the last thing between me and chambering around usually when I first start shooting. So I'll talk more in another video about safety features and precautions that you take when you're shooting and running 300 blackout. Hope you found this useful. Give me your feedback on 300 blackout. See if you like it. What kind of game have you taken with it, etc. MD Prepper out.